caption on this video reads, "Coming home from work every day to a dirty house eventually will break anybody." There you have a father here who's decided, you know what? F it. All right? F it. And you have the daughters there looking at him like he's crazy when he's probably asked them over and over again to clean the kitchen. And he's reached his breaking point. Everything must go. You don't appreciate it. You don't take care of it. He pays for it. He's been tired. He's been telling them over and over again. So now they have to learn. Let's see how you enjoy making a meal and eating with your hands. Now, please, we can address this conversation with some nuance. What I'm not saying here is this is the best way to handle this situation. Of course, this is not how he wants to handle these situations. And I'm not saying he's even proud of himself, probably. But they've pushed this man to his breaking point, and he's decided to take it out on the dishes. Let's read the comments and see what the people have to say. I know he's stressed. Top comment here says, and yet this younger generation will say he's the problem. Yep. Somebody else here added, he had a damn enough. Someone else here says, I bet someone was sitting at home all day and waiting for him to do it after his 12-hour shift. Exactly. There are a lot of lazy young people being raised up today. When I was coming up, I didn't have the luxury of living comfortably in my parents' house and not being expected to wash the dishes consistently. I was a walking dishwasher. I really was. My friends used to make fun of me for it because my parents would cook almost every single day, and my job was to wash the dishes. Even if I didn't eat, I showed up before I went to bed. The kitchen was supposed to be clean. And so they would come. Sometimes they would know that they'll have to kick it with me for a little bit and just chill with me as I wash a mountain of dishes because they loved cooking 3 to 4 dishes per meal. And that was my job. That's how I contributed to the household. Now, this doesn't mean that sometimes I didn't try to get out of it or slacked in some way. We're all human, and I had my moments. But overall, I understood that that's what I was expected to do. And I think from a very young age, children should understand you wash dishes. You should be expected to do this job and that job. If you don't, then you don't have the same privileges that you are expected to maintain. I saw another video of a woman who was crying because she said she provides a soft life for her kids. So she provides them a soft life and they don't appreciate the soft life. And I'm listening to that. I'm like, soft life for children? That's where you went wrong. Children are not supposed to have a soft life. You're supposed to prepare them for reality. Reality is not soft. The reality won't care. When they're by themselves, if they get to the point, which is an accomplishment, to be able to afford their own place, life won't be soft to them. You have to give them the same level of responsibility and expectation that life will have them in the controlled environment of parents that love them. And sometimes you have to do the hard thing. She wasn't willing to do the hard thing, take things away. She was bragging about, oh, they have this shoe and they have this car. They get whatever new thing that comes out. I buy it for them. And you think children, while they're in their parents' house, sit there and look around and go, wow, I truly understand what this takes and the sacrifice. No, most people don't realize that until they leave their household, until they're out in the real world. And then a portion of them have the nerve to be upset that even in their adult life, you're not fending for them. Can you believe that? I'm not for kicking children out. A friend of mine recently asked me, hey, how do you feel about kicking kids out at 18 years old? And I told him, I'm not against it, but it depends, right? The only reason I would see myself kicking out a child at 18 is if that child was a problem. Let me explain. I think there's no problem with a child remaining in the household as long as they understand that in that household, they are my servant.
Drink the coffee, it'll make you feel better.
As long as they accept the power dynamics within that household, jump, how high, sir? Wash the dishes. When would you like me to do that right now? Did you clean your room? Yes, I did. At any age, I don't care how old you are. If they can respect the authority in that household, then I believe you did your thing. You raised up a responsible child. Now listen to me. I don't mean a child who's there to stay with no plan to leave. No. They have to have a plan along with respecting the economy in that household. If they understand they're respectful and you see they're working towards something and they understand how to contribute to society, then yeah, they can stay there. There's nothing wrong with that at all, right? That means when they go out to another place, they'll be able to respect the dynamics of that environment and respect authority. Well, I don't think anybody should have authority of. I'll see you in jail. I'll see you in jail. And if you don't learn that there is a sense of authority, no matter where you're at, there's a hierarchy, there's people you should respect. And if you have your own place in your own household, you get to set the rules in that. My father used to tell me all the time, hey, you can give us advice on how to run this place when we're not paying your insurance anymore. Hey, man, we pay your bills. Shut up, right? And I would feel offended. I'd be like, man, but I have some good points. I have some advice. But it's tough to give advice when you're struggling. When you're broke, it's tough to give advice. Now, I sometimes give advice, right? And, I help out my parents and take care of them. It's a joy and a pleasure to do that as well. But they respect you more, especially my father, as a man. And it feels good. Listen, of course, I'm curious to know, what do you guys think? Leave your comments down below. As always, I appreciate you for checking out yet another episode of The Coffee Pod. To my currently engaged or soon to be married men, maybe you might be somebody who's proposing very soon. If you need a prenup but don't know where to start, head over to fathershaverights.com and access our guide that shows you how to approach getting a prenup from point A to point Z, walking you through all the steps so you can avoid the costly mistakes that so many people make. This guide was made to help you before you hire your attorney. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.